Okay, and now we have been waiting for our guest to accept our invitation because in their last visit, December of 2017,
November 5 to
November of
November 10.
2017, we saw the very enthusiastic response from China.
Yes.
And Mr. Pete Arce has been very busy, but finally this week we were able to bring him over and we'll discuss the Association for Philippine-China Understanding. And as we discussed, maybe our production assistants can just flash over the many images that Pete Arce sent to us about their trip last November 2017. So, Pete, where would you want to start in presenting your report on the APCU relationship with China, the China side?
Well, the November 5 to 10 visit in Guangzhou City and Beijing was upon the invitation of the Chinese People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries, or CPAP, or USHE, quote-unquote, no? USHE, quote-unquote, as far as Chinese language is concerned. They invited our chairman, Madam Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, to visit China. No? So we accepted the invitation. There was 5 of us, including headed by Chairman GMA. Then we have President Gabi Lopez of APCU.
Gabi Lopez is also teaching in the UP or the Ateneo?
He's teaching in Ateneo, Defense College, National Defense College, and PUP, and other prominent universities, including Holy Angel in Angeles City. No?
Really?
Then myself is the Secretary General of APCU. We have Rene Velasco, Professor Rene Velasco of UP, and businessman Danny Chong. That includes the entourage. No?
Wasn't Attorney Lambino with you?
No, he was not with us, unfortunately. Because he had previous engagement in the U.S. But the visit was very fruitful. We were received by none other than the chairman of the USHE, or Chinese People's Association Friendship with Foreign Countries in Beijing, headed by Madam Li Xiaolin, who is a member of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China. And we were able also to have an audience with the Vice Chairman of the National People's Congress of the Communist Party of the Philippines, of China, which is Vice Chairperson Xiang Balpinko, who is a member of the Chinese Central Committee of the Communist Party of China. We were also received by other dignitaries. For example, the President of Chinese People's Institute of Foreign Affairs, CPIPA, headed by Ambassador Wu Hailong. And it was very fruitful. So, in response for this fruitful visit, APCU and Chinese People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries have inked out a memorandum of understanding. So there will, in this memorandum of understanding, can I read the...
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, we have received 3 three principles of cooperation with, number one, with mutual respect and understanding of the Chinese People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries and the Association for Philippine-China Understanding will continue to advance people-to-people relations continuously in a very timely and responsible fashion. Number two, friendship and study to China tours between teachers, students, professionals, artists, and other sectors to promote people-to-people ties and sharing of knowledge and experiences. Key participants will discuss their views and observation from the visit in roundtable forum to be covered by media for wider dissemination. These friendship study tours will be undertaken with partner organization of APCU and in close coordination with CPAP. Number three is education cooperation, teaching exchanges between Filipino and Chinese educators in selected universities, summer term exchanges between Filipino and Chinese graduate students to engage in research and special projects, strengthening the cooperation in line with the Belt and Road Initiative, such as to hold seminars, dialogues, and forums so that to gain more public support for the Belt and Road Initiative of China. Signed, the Chinese People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries and Association for Philippine-China Understanding.
So you seem to have a lot of activities, exchange programs with the Chinese side. Also on the Philippine side, you and President Gabby Lopez of APCU are active in media, reporting this and explaining these things. You expect Gabby Lopez, Professor Lopez, to be a guest of George Chua here
Wednesday,
also on GNN next week.
3 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
In response to the warm reception of the Chinese government to our delegation, Chairman GMA invited the president, the chairman of Yushe, our counterpart in Beijing, for a visit here in the Philippines, and they gladly accepted it. So they will be coming, the high-level delegates of Yushe, or Chinese People's Association in Friendship with Foreign Countries, starting January 31 up to February 4, headed by Madam Chairman Li Xiaolin, who is the president of Chinese Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries. So they will be visiting Manila, Quezon City, Pampanga, and Baguio.
Okay. Well, in your last trip, compared to your earlier trip in 2005, what's the difference that you see between those two experiences?
Well,
you're telling me about your Changshan coat, which is a Chinese coat, which I told you reminded me of Lao Fu Zi. That's a Chinese character from Hong Kong, a cartoon character. Anyway, that's befits a visitor to Beijing because of the cold weather there now. Anyway.
Yeah, I bought this 2005 in Beijing,
And you haggled from 900?
From 920 yuan to 100 yuan.
100 yuan. Okay.
So we are expecting delegation, high-level delegation of Friendship Association in Beijing, in China, together, bring along 40 Chinese artists or experts, who will provide Chinese culture to the Filipinos in commemoration for early spring festival. So they will perform in Quezon City, Pampanga, Angeles particularly, and Baguio.
Yeah, well, the Spring Festival this year, I think, is February 16
Yeah.
and or 17, some say, but it's that period. And in China, they'll have up to 2 weeks. It's like our Christmas and New Year holidays here.
Yes,
2 weeks vacation, and some even longer, like here also.
The-
So they'll be coming before the Spring Festival, the end of January, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Bring with them all these acrobats, artists, professing Chinese culture.
How does the public get involved or join these performances or watch these performances?
Well, we will be scheduling these performances, no, and we will announce it through media. Where will the performance will
Be held,
be held? Maybe in Quezon City Hall. Then we have in Pampanga, either in San Fernando or Angeles or Clark, no? Then we have Baguio City. So we will, 2 weeks before the performances, we will announce the venue and it will be a public place.
Okay. Well, going back to my question, 2005, you visited there as a tourist. Now, what difference do you see? You were very impressed with the infrastructure today.
I was very impressed with the infrastructure of Beijing and Guangzhou City.
Oh, Guangzhou.
Just imagine Guangzhou City. They have built about 7 lines of subway. No? Subway. Just imagine 7 lines in just a span of 6 to 7 years. So it is highly developed already, including Beijing. Beijing is very highly developed, industrialized already.
How about the smog and the pollution? Did you see much of it
Well,
in Beijing?
November 5 up to 10, it's cold already. So there's pollution, but we did not notice it because of the cold weather.
You stayed most of the time indoors, or you also went out?
In Beijing, indoors, but sometimes in the evening we shop. But it's cold, so we cannot see the smoke.
Well, I'm hoping to go to Beijing this end of January. It's going to be even colder. I'll take the cue from you.
Wow.
Better bring overcoat.
Yeah. But during that time, we were, for example, Ambassador Wu Hailong, who is the chief ambassador of Beijing as far as foreign affairs is concerned. We were treated to a dinner together with Chairman and GMA at the Forbidden City.
Really?
Yeah,
Inside the Forbidden City? Oh.
Yeah. While we were having dinner inside the Forbidden City on the mansion or palace of the last emperor, Puyi.
Yes.
While having dinner, President Xi Jinping and Donald Trump were also having dinner inside the Forbidden City.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's the significance of this. We were built in New World Hotel, the same as the State Department Secretary of the U.S. was staying, together with 100 State Department personnel. Rex Tillerson.
Tillerson. Tillerson.
During the time.
Well, you were treated as a first-class state guest because I've been visiting China for 5 times the past 5 years as a guest of the Chinese government. I've never had a dinner or even coffee or tea inside the Forbidden City. Although I have had the tours there.
Well, they treated GMA and company as a former president. So we were first-class state guests with complete with VIP and security and everything.
And so after these experiences, last year you went to China twice as a guest of the Chinese government, the APCU, right? That was twice last year?
No, not China. I was the the head of the delegation of the ASEAN-China conference, no, friendship conference
in Cambodia.
Siem Reap, Cambodia.
Yeah, where you met the current DCM, Deputy Chief of Mission in Manila.
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Tan,
Tan
His
Kinseng.
Eminence Tan Chin Seng.
Yeah, who is our DCM now,
Here in
right now.
Manila.
But he was formerly the CDCM Deputy Chief of Mission of the Cambodian Chinese Embassy in Cambodia.
What's the capital of Cambodia?
Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh, yeah. Okay, and so what do you see, you still hear about and read reports in the papers about some elements in the Philippine community, Philippine government protesting China Sea issues and so on. Do you take this with any concern these days, or this is just something passing? What do you think, given your perspective as Secretary General of APCU?
Well, as General Victor Corpus states that why should we, or President Duterte, no, for that matter, why should we fight on small islands who are when there's a low tide, you cannot see the island. When there's a high tide, you can see the island. Why not have a joint cooperation, no, with our Chinese neighbors, no? You see, if we study our history, China, as our big neighbor, did not invade the Philippines. But if you see other powers like the United States and Japan, who have conquered and swallowed us, no, that's the difference.
Yeah.
So China did not do anything that would harm the Filipinos.
The words that some historical narratives say is limahong. Oh, it's not the Chinese government, you know.
Limahong, no? But in fact, Limahong has stored the treasures here in somewhere in the Augo River, who is, some says, 10 times bigger than the Yamashita treasure, and it's not yet found according to legends. No, I don't know.
Well, this has been a very interesting discussion. And of course, APCU being the oldest Philippine-China Friendship Association, establishing people-to-people relationship way back, has been guided by a visionary purpose. And I'm very glad it has regained its preeminence in this effort. So, you have any message to our public before we end our discussion?
Yes, rest assured po that with the guidance of our chairman, no, Madam GMA, we will be fostering, enhancing people-to-people relationship with the Chinese people and the Filipino people in the next few months.
Okay, maraming salamat,
thank you,
Secretary General Pete Arce. Thank you very much. And enjoy reviewing our discussions here at your leisurely time on YouTube, our channel Mentong Laurel, or just put in Journeys Chronicles or TNT, Talk News TV. Have a good weekend and see you next week.